Hello monkeys, welcome to a new little update here about Kris Tyson and MrBeast and the shenanigans that's been happening to them. So MrBeast, Jimmy finally made a statement. We're gonna read that real quick, but we're also going to read Ava's statement, Kris Tyson's statement from a little while ago, just to do a little compare and contrast. You guys are gonna find something interesting between both of these statements, alright? So first up, let's look at Jimmy's statement right here. He made this rather late. MrBeast said, "Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I have seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings." Now, kind of a mixed bag of replies to this. Some people are like, "You're doing the right thing, Jimmy," and they're giving them the charitability, right? Because regardless of the fact, right, now it kind of comes down to what you view it as and whether MrBeast has factually, you know, objectively done many good deeds. Compared to your typical celeb, like even a Moist critical, you don't see Moist giving away money because Moist can give away money, but he doesn't. So a lot of these celebs are very greedy. They are borderline, they're not like you and me. They are not the average common person. They have millions of dollars. They choose to harbor it for themselves. Meanwhile, MrBeast hands that money out, right? So he does do a lot of good deeds, right? He does. Now, question to you is, does this one act defeat all those other good deeds he's done? Because at this point you have to look at it as, did Jimmy really know? And you have to take other things into consideration. So it kind of comes down to you. What do you think about that? Are you willing to give him a second chance? Do you think all the good things he's done in the past can make up for this one mistake or this one blunder, whatever you want to call it as? Some people were saying Jimmy already knew about this entire situation and it only became a big deal worth his attention up until he got exposed, or his friend rather got exposed. Some people were criticizing MrBeast to be very quick to defend Kris Tyson whenever they were getting quote-unquote attacked for certain things that we can't say on YouTube, because for some reason that'll age restrict a video or something, just saying the word. Creepy, weird behavior by YouTube, but hey, that's the way it goes. Maybe it'll change with Trump. I'm hoping it will. But enough of Jimmy's statement. I want us to go over Ava Kris Tyson's statement real quick and do a little compare and contrast. Now, they went ahead and they said a lot, mostly, you know, refusing to take accountability for their actions and this. So there's that, but I want to focus on one key thing that I do want us to compare and contrast from Jimmy's statement, and that is that they said, Kris Tyson that is, said, "I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I have stepped away." So Kris Tyson in their initial post a few days ago saying that they decided to step away. Jimmy in his newest post yesterday saying that they removed Kris Tyson from the brand. So it kind of comes down to who's telling the truth at this point, because these are two conflicting reports. We also have reports from former MrBeast employees that said that not only did MrBeast know, but everybody knew that Kris Tyson was a brand risk. However, they couldn't get rid of her, or whatever they are, because they were already threatening legal action right off the bat, because they were, you know, a apparently, of the MrBeast brand. Things get a little complicated in the corporate world, alright? So there are like a variety of factors at play here, you know? It's not as black and white as one would hope, or, you know, think. The only black and white thing in this situation would be Kris Tyson and what they did. And so the fact that people, especially in a certain community that's protected, that unfortunately you're not allowed to criticize because YouTube doesn't allow you to, so you have to skate through it, they seem to want to make this a different issue than what it really is. A lot of disturbing tweets I've been seeing and a lot of disturbing reports I've been seeing where people try to deflect onto it being a separate issue rather than the main issue, which would be Kris pulling a Dr. Disrespect and deciding to, you know, get a cupcake, if you know what I mean. Take, for instance, the situation with Kai Cenat, right? Twitch streamer extraordinaire for whatever reason. I don't know. I get the kids can relate, dog. You're out of touch, son. Whatever. Kai Cenat got backlash for misgandering Kris Tyson. I gotta use special words because YouTube doesn't let you anymore. Free speech, guys. Yeah, YouTube's about as much free speech as Elon Musk's fucking X. But anyway, Kai Cenat getting backlash for misgandering Kris Tyson. Because yeah, that's the main issue here. That's the main issue, right? And then other people are like, you gotta respect the person's identity. It's like, brah, I don't even want to say what's on my mind regarding this, right? All I'll say, let me try to be as fancy as possible. That, you know, not accepting their identity is the minimum that could happen to them, all right? Like, the realistic thing of what should happen to them is just like, you can't say it. Like, I'm gonna trust you, the loyal viewer, and you know, to fill in that blank, so to speak. You get where I'm hitting at, right? You get where I'm going with this. Unfortunately, you can't say that, but I think we all agree that if you have, like, you know, this situation is bizarre, alright? I'll leave it at that right now, okay? And then we have other people just constantly complain. Hell, they even complain about Moist Critical covering this, right? In a sense of like, oh, they didn't say who the nouns, dog, the nouns. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not a fan of Moist. I don't like Moist, and even I know this is fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Alright? It's one of those situations where, God, you give people an inch and they take a mile or whatever, right? Or they take a foot or whatever. I'm not good with this. Okay, I'm not good with this. But then again, not many YouTubers are. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. That was a little update, and that's currently what's happening in the landscape. People are trying to turn this into a different issue. Honestly, I initially thought it was pathetic how the Dr. Disrespect people were handling the situation, and it is. Go God, especially the right-wing grifters like Melanie Mac, the Quartering, those types of people, right? Turning this into, oh, we gotta make him into the next Johnny Depp and all that stupid shit, right? That the right-wing grifters do to line their pockets up. And don't even get me started on the people just blatantly defending Doc and being like, oh, he's so badass, even though he texted a minor. He's so badass, he's gonna get everyone. You know, that weird fucking stupid shit that they do. But holy fuck, I think that the Ava defenders are kind of taking the cake right now. The Kris Tyson defenders are literally taking the cake on who's worse in defending their favorite predator. Because Jesus fucking Christ, man, I shit you not, it's so pathetic that they're leaning on the nouns. Nouns, guys. You gotta respect. You gotta respect. No, you don't have to respect anything about Kris Tyson, okay? Anybody that commits this act, regardless, you don't need to respect them. You don't. You absolutely don't. The fact that you're asking for people to still respect any part of them is sus as fuck. Alright? It is sus on you. It's fucked up. It's not a good look. I suggest you not do that in real life, because the repercussions of those actions are going to be a lot worse than anything that can ever happen to you online. I guarantee you that. So for the love of God, if you're still using this whole defense of respect Kris's nouns, it's like, shut the fuck up. Alright, get out of my face. Get out of all our faces. Because there's no way in fuck you can ever respect somebody that does that. And if you think so, you are deluded. You are disgusting and just... Man, I'm getting too hot. Well, I'm getting too fired up, alright? I'll save that for Friday. We're doing the Friday show as per usual. We got a stock docket. We got Ricada. We got Chris and MrBeast. We're gonna go right into this, ladies and gentlemen. But until then, guys, I'll leave you with this. Have a good rest of your day, wherever you are. Except if you're like a Kris Tyson, in which case I wish the worst to happen to you. But other than that, if you're a normal person, have a good day. Stay safe. Goodbye.